Well, we've known since election night President Trump won Ohio, but today those results, well, they became official. And throughout the country, NBC News reports 98% of the popular vote has been counted.
And President-elect Joe Biden has topped 80 million ballots, while President Trump has nearly 74 million ballots. Meanwhile, a federal appeals court in Philadelphia has rejected President Trump's latest effort to challenge the election results over claims of fraud. The court says the president's campaign offered no evidence and the claims have no merit. Judge Matthew Braun commented the case had been haphazardly stitched together like Frankenstein's monster.
Well, NBC4's Adrian Robbins joins us live tonight. Adrian, you actually spoke with our Secretary of State about the record-breaking turnout for the Buckeye State. What did he have to say?
Carrie, nearly 6 million Ohioans cast their ballot this year. That's hundreds of thousands more than have done so in previous years. Another change we saw this year, how people decided to vote.
With my signature, I certify the results of the 2020 presidential general election.
It's official. Ohio certifying results on a historic election Friday.
Really, I couldn't be happier with the way this election turned out.
Ohio's 2020 election results show nearly 6 million Ohioans cast their ballot this year. That's a record 74% of voters. Most Ohioans also chose to vote early in person or using an absentee ballot. Only 0.42% of ballots were rejected. That's half of the ballots that were rejected in 2016. Despite these positive numbers, LaRose says there is work to be done, like allowing online absentee ballot requests and more than one early vote center in a county.
It's not an alternative when over 50%, close to 60% of Ohioans chose that as their preferred way to cast a ballot. And I believe those numbers will continue to stay high.
Other changes will need to come from voters themselves. LaRose says it's time for the election process to become less political.
We should have the partisan debates on the issues, but when it comes to elections administration, the fear mongering that you hear from either the right or from the left is really damaging, and it needs to stop.
Up next, Ohio will cast its 18 electoral votes for President Trump, who won the state by a little more than 53%. Local for you at the State House, I'm Adrian Robbins, NBC4.
And this morning, President Trump traveled to Camp David, Maryland. His visit is closed to the press. It's not actually clear who is with him or what's on his agenda. This all comes after the commander-in-chief spent time on the golf course and addressed military members at the White House for Thanksgiving. The Electoral College is meeting December 14th to finalize Joe Biden's victory. Reporters asked what he thought about that and, well, if he will concede.
If they do, they made a mistake, because this election was a fraud. Just so you understand, this election was a fraud. It's going to be a very hard thing to concede because we know there was massive fraud.
Well, President Trump also said he will leave the White House on January 20th, but he warned there will be lots of things happening between now and then. He did not clarify exactly what, and secretaries of state throughout the country say they just haven't seen that fraud he keeps touting. Don't forget, NBC4 is your local election headquarters. Top headlines and the complete list of results are on our website. Just head to NBC4i.com.